This is the most violent tornado anyone in Mississippi has ever seen, but just a few hours after terrorizing everyone in its path, it will be forgotten. It's April 23rd, and meteorologists at the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma are creating the forecast for the upcoming days. The conditions are becoming increasingly unstable. A phenomenon known as La Niña is causing an uptick in severe weather all across the country. Just a week prior, a minor outbreak had already struck portions of Dixie Alley. A mile-wide EF3 tornado strikes homes and businesses only a few miles southeast of Philadelphia, Mississippi. However, this tornado and the entire outbreak would become quickly overshadowed. As conditions become increasingly favorable for strong storms, the Storm Prediction Center issues a moderate risk for severe storms from April 25th through the 27th. During the first 2 days of the outbreak, 97 tornadoes touched down across the country. Although none of these tornadoes surpass an EF3 rating, they destroy countless homes and kill 5. On the night of the 26th, these storms form in a line along a cold front. These are called Squall lines, and while they typically don't produce strong tornadoes, they do pose a significant hail and straight-line wind threat. However, these squall lines are stronger than most. Tornadoes begin to form, and although most of them are weak, an EF3 strikes the town of Coaling, Alabama, causing significant damage to the town's infrastructure. Additionally, straight-line winds from these storms left more than 1 million without power across Alabama and Tennessee, rendering tornado sirens useless. The National Weather Service issues a tornado watch for portions of Dixie Alley, reading, "This is a particularly dangerous situation. Destructive tornadoes, large hail to 4 inches in diameter, thunderstorm wind gusts to 80 miles an hour, and dangerous lightning are possible in these areas." Eventually, other storms develop outside of the squall line. In a few hours, these developing storms become supercells and will be more than capable of producing violent tornadoes. And this is exactly what happens. An EF3 tornado destroys homes and injures 25 in Chickasaw County. An EF2 destroys businesses in Belmont, Mississippi. As more tornadoes begin to touch down across Dixie Alley, the SPC upgrades the risk for tornadoes to an elusive high risk. A high risk means that there's a 45% chance or greater that a tornado will occur within 25 miles of any point inside the zone of concern. At 11:55, a small blip appears on radar. By 1 p.m., this blip becomes a supercell, and at 1:25, it is severe. As damaging winds pummel Scott County, the National Weather Service observes a hook on the south end of the storm. At 1:26, a tornado warning is issued for Leake and Scott counties. Despite the warning, however, the storm does not produce a tornado until 2:30 p.m., when a man films a tornado touching down near the Army National Guard base in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Driving on Road 561, storm chaser Andy Gabrielson films the weak tornado damaging Northside Park. These are the last moments of the town's 70-year-old log cabin. Formerly used as a library, it was sentimental to the town, a reminder of past generations. But the tornado is not sentimental. In seconds, it turns the cabin into a pile of logs and splinters. The tornado strengthens at incredible pace. In 6 minutes, it is producing EF3 rated damage. The outer winds strike a residential area, tearing the roofs off 2 homes but causing no harm to the people inside them. As the tornado continues, traveling at speeds of close to 60 miles an hour, Andy Gabrielson is attempting to catch up. As he films the quarter-mile wide tornado, a group of men stand directly in its path, also filming the tornado as it approaches.
Boys, we are storm chasers.
Because it's coming straight at us.
Hey, we storm chasers today, guys.
They realize that the tornado is headed straight for them, and decide to take shelter under a bridge. This is a very bad idea because of a phenomenon known as the wind tunnel effect, where the bridge creates a chamber that amplifies winds to incredible speeds. Lucky for them, the tornado makes a slight south turn, less than a quarter mile away from them. After passing them, it turns back north and continues on its original path. For the next 6 miles, the strengthening tornado passes through mostly rural areas, and the houses that were hit sustained only minor damage. The National Weather Service issues a tornado emergency for northeastern Neshoba County. By now, the tornado is at peak intensity. The winds are so powerful that they carve trenches in the ground nearly 2 feet deep. Large trees are uprooted and wedged into the ground like garden stakes. Fortunately, no houses would be impacted. As the tornado approaches the small town of Coy, it weakens slightly. Producing EF3 winds, the tornado destroys a mobile home, then proceeds into Coy. A gas station is completely wrecked by the intense subvortices, and just across the street is a residential area, where a mobile home is destroyed and a couple of trees are uprooted. Miraculously, no one is killed. As the tornado leaves Coy, it begins to pick up strength. It once again begins tearing up soil, trees, and even pavement. It is the strongest it has ever been. Jerome Jackson films the tornado at the exact moment it approaches a residential neighborhood. Inside a mobile home are 78-year-old Maxine McDonald and 76-year-old Floyd Green. Just moments prior, their sister-in-law, 85-year-old Johnny Green, drove over to their house to warn them of the approaching tornado. Unfortunately, this act of kindness will be her last. As the monstrous wedge draws closer, she decides to take shelter with them inside the mobile home. The tornado does not hold back, throwing the home into the air until it slams into a tree line 300 yards away. Nobody inside survives. Around this time, Reed Timmer is on Highway 81, heading straight for the tornado. He is filming for the Discovery Channel show Storm Chasers. His crew Dominator has one mission: to drive into the heart of a tornado. Reed is known for being dedicated, loud, and sometimes reckless, but this time, Reed is scared. He knows that his tank cannot withstand the unpredictable winds, so he and his crew decide to park and film the tornado instead. As they watch the tornado in awe, they realize that the tornado is hitting houses. Inside those houses are people. Reed and his crew rush to see if they can help anyone who's injured. A house is destroyed and many trees are damaged, but fortunately, everyone is okay. The tornado weakens back to EF2 strength before once again regaining EF3 intensity. The tornado passes over a few houses, and although the houses themselves are left standing, not a single tree in the area remains upright. These will be the last houses impacted by the tornado. It takes a southern turn and dissipates, leaving 3 dead, 6 injured, and 32 homeless. President Barack Obama would sign a disaster declaration for the areas impacted, granting nearly $15 million to those affected by the outbreak. The town of Philadelphia would rebuild their log cabin, using the few intact logs remaining as part of the construction. Those affected would take many years to recover, and even today, you'll be able to see signs of the monster that brought national attention, destroyed countless lives, and lives on in memories forever.